Welcome to Mostly AI. I'm Derek Kane. A quick note, outside of my role as host, this podcast is entirely AI generated. Let's get into it.
Well, hi everyone, and welcome back. I want to start today with 6 words that a lot of people are still turning over in their heads. Sam Altman said, "We are now like in the singularity."
6 words. No press release, no slide deck. Just said it. On a podcast, of all places.
Right, the Relentless podcast, July 25th. And he didn't stop there. He said, "This is the moment. I've been waiting for this my whole life."
Which is, that's a big claim from the CEO of OpenAI. The singularity isn't exactly a small word.
It's not. And that's what we want to actually sit with today. Not just react to the headline, but ask, what did he actually mean? What's the evidence? And what does it ask of the rest of us?
I like that framing. Because honestly, my first reaction was skepticism. My second reaction was, okay, wait, let's actually read what he wrote. So let's back up. This wasn't a one-off comment. In June of 2025, over a year before this podcast moment, Altman published an essay called The Gentle Singularity. And the opening line is almost as dramatic as the podcast quote. "We are past the event horizon. The takeoff has started." Event horizon. That's a black hole term. Once you cross it, there's no going back.
Exactly the metaphor he's reaching for. But then, and this is the part people skip, he immediately undercuts the drama. He says robots aren't walking the streets. People still die of disease. We still can't easily go to space. He's very deliberately not describing an overnight rupture.
So where's the gentle actually coming from?
His argument is that the singularity isn't a moment, it's a curve. His exact words, "It always looks vertical looking forward and flat going backwards, but it's one smooth curve." Meaning, from inside it, day to day, it feels manageable. It's only when you zoom out that it looks like a cliff.
That's actually kind of unsettling in its own way, because it means you don't get a warning siren. You just wake up one day and the ground has moved.
Right. And he backs it with a timeline. 2025, agents doing real cognitive work, especially in code. 2026, that's this year, AI systems producing genuinely novel scientific insight, not just summarizing what's already known. 2027, robots doing real tasks in the physical world. And by the 2030s, he says intelligence and energy become, quote, wildly abundant.
Okay, but is any of that actually happening? Because we predict abundance is easy to say in an essay.
This is the part I find genuinely interesting because it's testable. We're in 2026 right now, and there's real, if mixed, evidence. Research groups have reported AI systems identifying drug candidates humans hadn't considered, some now in early trials. AI models proposing novel mathematical proofs that mathematicians then verified. Material science discoveries moving faster than prior methods. So it's not AI cures cancer overnight.
No, nothing that dramatic. But it's also not nothing.
Not nothing at all. Scientists using these tools are reporting 2 to 3 times the productivity they had before, and Altman frames that as, quote, a larval version of recursive self-improvement, meaning the tools are starting to help build the next generation of tools.
Okay, so here's where I want to push, because I don't think everyone's cheering this.
Not even close. And honestly, the pushback is coming from really different directions, which I think is the most honest sign that something real is being debated here.
Walk me through it.
3 fronts. First, the hype critique. Altman is the CEO of a company whose valuation depends on people believing AI is the most important technology in human history. Declaring the singularity has arrived is also, conveniently, a pretty good pitch for the next funding round.
Right. That's just follow the incentives.
Second, the safety critique, and this one I find more serious. Altman himself has said the consequences of this moment are, quote, impossible to foresee. And critics point out, if you genuinely believe that, why is the answer to keep accelerating rather than pause?
That tension is real. You can't fully say we don't know what happens next and let's go faster in the same breath without some explaining to do.
Altman's own answer, to be fair to him, is roughly solve alignment first, then make superintelligence cheap and widely distributed rather than concentrated in one company or country. That's his stated sequencing. Whether you trust that sequencing is a separate question.
And the third front?
The technical one. Critics, serious AI researchers, point out that the singularity properly defined means AI that recursively redesigns itself to be smarter, again and again without humans in the loop. And current models don't do that. They're trained on fixed data by human engineers with massive human capital behind them. The acceleration is real, they'd say, but it's still humans and money driving it, not AI improving AI on its own.
So, depending on who you ask, we're either past the event horizon or we're just really good at pattern matching with excellent marketing.
Both positions are held by genuinely smart, credentialed people. That's honestly the headline for me. This isn't a fringe argument anymore. It's happening in mainstream conversation, not just AI safety papers.
So if someone's listening to this and they just want the one thing to remember, what is it?
I'd say this. Whether or not the word singularity is technically earned doesn't actually matter that much for you day to day. What matters is whether your mental model of what AI can do is more than about a year old. Because by every account here, Altman's and his critics, that's roughly how fast the ground is moving.
And the healthy response to that isn't panic, and it isn't blind cheerleading either.
It's integration. Staying grounded, staying clear-eyed, and updating what you believe as the evidence actually comes in. Not before, and not stubbornly after.
I really like that as a place to land. Not the robots are coming, not everything's fine. Just pay attention, stay whole, keep your feet on the ground while the view changes.
Well said. If you want the deeper breakdown, the essay, the sourcing, all of it laid out, we've put it all in one place.
Head to the link in the show notes or search for it directly. It's the same story, just with the receipts.
Thanks for spending this time with us. Stay curious, stay grounded, and we'll see you next time.
You've been listening to Mostly AI, a podcast built with AI-generated content, production, and audio elements. Thanks for being here. Until next time.